Good evening. Good evening. My name is Dr. Phil, and today we are excited because we are talking with the Director of School Quality Assurance, Director Alpha Bangura in Sierra Leone. We just have a discussion on education. The question that was given to you, Director, was how did your interest in education begin? Could you give us a background to your education story?
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Doc, and I'm happy to be with you here this evening. And
Thank you.
after a hectic day, engaging our teachers,
Yep.
it's feel good, to come again to discuss further, because this is how we brainstorm to be able to change the narratives of the narrative in Sierra Leone, and I'm happy to be with you.
Thank you.
Actually, yes, I started my interest in education based on what I heard from my dad. He was the only educated man in his family. He came from a very poor background, and education changed his life. And because he was educated, he was able to touch a lot of lives, and including my very self. So I think he went to Freetown because of education. He went to the capital city because of education.
Where was your
It
original?
was in the province in Potloko.
Okay.
Yes, so I saw it, and I thought that if I can be able to influence people through education, especially through the schools, I'll be able to change the nation, I'll be able to change Sierra Leone. So I decided to at least join the civil service, the Ministry of Education, because actually, when you start education, you are indecisive, you talk about different things. I started as an economist, I studied economics, I did accounting, but God was saying, hey, you need to focus on this, because all of what I was doing was even when I studied the accounting, I was teaching.
I always say education keeps its own people.
I said, no, I need to focus on this one. So that's how it started. And I actually got a job at the bank, the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, which is one of the highest paid banks in this country. When I saw this advertisement, I went there. And my salary was less, at the bank was 4 times more than what I was receiving as a school
in
inspector.
Education.
And my mother-in-law said, this man, I'm going to give up on him, because this man will leave the bank for education just to go and play with chalks.
What's wrong with him?
Yes, because she was not educated. But I was focused, because my dream was to become a civil servant. So I always ask my dad, how can somebody become a civil servant?
Was he a civil servant?
Yes, he was a civil servant.
Okay.
Yes. So I do admire him when the driver will come in the morning with his uniform and the vehicle will be parked, So I was like, how can I get this job? He said, you have to apply, you have to be consistent, and that's how it started. And I thank God, because when I joined the civil servant, he was my first mentor. He was my mentor because he served the government of Sierra Leone for over 4 decades. And so I learned a lot from him. He would always tell me, stay focused, try to understand the policies, understand your job, have respect for your leadership, have respect for authorities, and that's
Beautiful.
what I did.
Because that's what I found so unique.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what I found so unique when I listened to you.
Yes, exactly.
The way you came into the room, you were calm.
Exactly.
You sat down, and then you said, "People, I'm here to learn.
Exactly.
I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to understand the situation, and I'm here to help." And I was like, "Yo, okay."
So that's my man, you said.
Yeah, so that's how. Yeah, and I always refer to my constituents, my teachers, my subordinates as my bosses, because we are a family, and I can only succeed when they are cooperative.
Yes.
When they support me.
And
so
your success is their success, and their success is your success.
So I always have that kind of respectful engagement with them, encourage them to do their best in whatever they are doing. And I also am not always shy. I don't shy away from the challenges. I talk to them about the challenges. I talk to them that we can fix it. if we all come together as a family, and that's how I've been doing.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Alpha, in this job that you are in right now, do you feel fulfilled in the sense that you wanted to be a civil servant, you are now a civil servant, you wanted to impact education, you are now a director of school quality assurance. Do you say you feel fulfilled?
Well, feeling fulfilled is an understatement, I will tell you.
Tell me how it is.
I started as a school quality assurance officer. I will share some of those photos with you. When I started, I used to go to the field. There was no fear, no support. But whenever I want to like argue, my dad would say, "Hey, stay focused, respect your leadership, support the team." You know, that's what he will always tell me. Support the team, be a good team player. If you want to be a good team leader, you should be a good team player. So that's what was my focus. And I started, like I said, as a school quality assurance officer, but I was dedicated. Whatever assignment they will give me, I will make sure that I execute it to the best of my ability.
Great.
I will go to the field, I will go to attend programs. And I told you the last time how I met with some of your team members like Dr. Bayo and Bunting. They were actually, they are part of my cheerleaders, you know, they actually supported me. This guy is consistent, this guy likes his job. So I attend trainings. I have attended a lot of trainings, and when I go to these trainings, I don't just go there as a participant. I learn, I ask questions, I read. And whatever training I attend, I have a book that I will indicate that I have attended this training. I will record it, and I will study this material. So that makes me unique.
Yeah,
And
great.
fortunately, because of this consistency, well, I was a school quality assurance officer. I was promoted to the position of deputy director. When I was in Freetown, everybody was saying, "Oh, this is a young man, so he has to wait. You don't need to have a station because you are young. There are deputy directors that are older than you, so you have to be in Freetown." So in fact, I was deputy director, but I was a support to the deputy director in Freetown.
Great.
Though both of us were deputy directors, but I was like support to the officer in charge.
Great.
I never felt like disappointed. I was like fired up. I was still supporting him, doing my best, pursuing the goal that I was looking out for. So everybody was saying, this man is the officer in charge, but this is the one that is doing the job. This one is the officer in charge. So that's how they saw me. They said, "Oh, no, Alpha, in fact, I never explained this to anybody that, a deputy director, this man is a deputy director, but I support him. He's like almost my boss. I even serve as like a driver to him because there was no official vehicle at the moment. So sometimes when I want to go out to the field, I use my vehicle because actually my dad, my siblings are in the state. They sent me a vehicle that I was using to do the work. So we usually go around. You know, I supported him with all my heart. So when there was this time when the deputy director that was in Port Loko gets ill. So and Port Loko was a hot spot, you know, a very big district, almost having similar situation with the capital city. So the man was ill, and they said they need somebody that will take Port Loko, you know, somebody with the experience, somebody with the magic skills to take Port Loko. And in that meeting, everybody was saying, "Alpha,
Wow.
Alpha should go." I never knew about that. So I was at home, then they called me, "Hey, Alpha, where are you? Please come to the office first in the morning." I said, "For what?" I thought there was a problem, you know, because I was like confused because, oh, this man is a support to officer. What have I done? I went, they gave me the letter. You are posted to protocol, go there and serve as a deputy director.
How did that feel?
Beautiful.
I was lost for words. Yeah. And unfortunately or fortunately, the day they gave me the letter, that was the day the man died.
Oh.
The day they gave me the letter, the man passed away.
Oh.
Unfortunately. But they said, "Hey, you need to go." But Doko is really not in good condition, and you need to go and fix with Doko.
Great.
Fortunately for me, when I went, I saw a lot of gaps. I said, "Oh,
good.
This is
excellent."
The right place. So I just worked on those gaps, tried to like fix everything. I mean, I was having like my plans. I have my short term, medium-term and long-term plan. My short-term plan was the first weekend I hired some guys to do cleaning. The entire office was
cleaning
clean, the entire office, ensure that there's water in the bathroom, toilet. There was no inscription on the wall. This is the office of the deputy director, this is the Ministry of Education. I hired somebody to do that. The secretaries were without fan. I used my money to procure the fan for them.
And then you started building.
And the compound was bushy. I hired the guys, gave them some money, they clean. I gave them money, they procure granules, some other, corn, maize, and they planted those. I said, this is what should be here, not grass. So
I love that.
My boss came,
I love that.
This place, I said, yes. I said, I go what I eat. You want corn? I will come and give you that.
That's nice.
I find it so interesting.
I said,
like when when you packed out your notebook, you already said, I already saw, like, your notebook was packed, like it was full. You had written a lot of pages.
Yeah. So
you come into a room, you see things are like you come in and you put things in order.
So as a result of that, everybody was alpha, alpha.
That's
those
good.
that were the naysayers were now saying, no, this guy, no, this guy is incredible, this guy is special.
This guy is,
So I went
talented.
and I started looking at the challenges, and like I said, humility, work with people, despite their position, despite their status, respect every partner. So any partner that will go to my office, I will ask, how can I support you? What are you actually implementing? What do you think I can help in this?
Yeah.
If you call, Alpha, we have a meeting, should we come to our office? I say, no, whichever way you choose. I can come, you can come. So that's how I got that relationship with Educate. And we had that very good relationship with them, and they provided a link for me to benefit from the course, from Harvard University, which I'm grateful of. And they also provided a link for me to attend a very important seminar in the United States, in Washington, D.C. That was organized by Brookings Institute. In fact, we were supposed to go this year also, but unfortunately, Donald Trump said Sierra Leoneans are banned.
This is unfortunate.
When we went there also, we had a target. We told them that we are going to work on attendance. We are going to ensure that we improve attendance in this country. So when I came, we lobbied around. There was this funder that was called Kitty, who actually supported Bootlocker, in the District of Excellence project, wherein I advocated for my team members, because I cannot just advocate for myself.
You need your
advocated for them. Their skills are suffering. I just told you, they need fuel, they need logistical support. So anybody I engage with, I'll tell that person, hey, these guys need support. So fortunately, they supported them. But local was the only district that was receiving, where the SQs were receiving extra support in terms of logistics. So we targeted ourselves, gave them their target, they prepared their itineraries, ensure that they monitor these schools. Every school was monitored. And in fact, we had a program wherein every week we kind of hold a meeting wherein we discuss the findings of that week. And I recommended that, hey, we cannot just wait for at the end of the month to give report on the data collection. By then, things might have gone bad. Let's keep troubleshooting. Wherein after every 2 weeks we ask, what's the update? Why have you not uploaded? So like everybody was like
on the same page.
Everybody was like pushing. Knew. So they said, no, Alpha. So we organized a summer camp in Bootlocker. And we invited the Honorable Minister and his team, and they went there. They saw what we did, because our focus for this District of Excellence, we had 3 objectives. 1, in school. 2, in school, safe. And the third one was in school, safe and learning. What we want to ensure that every child that has reached the school going age is in school. Is in school. Ensure that they are not only in school,
they are learning.
But they are learning. I mean, they go to school 6 hours a day, because based on observation as a school quality assurance officer, I observed that most of our schools do not observe 6 hours a day for lesson. They go by 8, by 1, they are out. And some of these things that we have, this community of classes, we don't have time to execute them. So one thing that we actually focus on this in school was to ensure that the pupils are in school 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, all through the time. And so what we did was we developed the calendar for the protection of teaching time, wherein we ensure that we have what we call executive functioning, wherein before the opening of school, we organize the community to hold meetings, to clean the school before the opening of school. Because we will not wait, because based on observation, we discover that most times, even those of us that are at HQ might forget that that school is going to reopen on this particular date, because you forget. Some of us don't develop. We don't have our calendar.
We don't have calendars. We
So
don't
what
know what
did we
is
do?
happening.
We train the SQs on 21st century data collection tools, data tools like the Google Calendar, Google Zoom meeting, Google Meet, and all of this kind of
Good.
stuff. So we train them. So you cannot say, oh, I'm in my cluster, I will not have time to meet you. We'll just organize a Zoom meeting and discuss our
Online.
problems.
Yeah.
Online meeting. So that calendar was our tool, the calendar for the protection of teaching time. We'll make sure that the school is going to reopen next week on Monday. We'll start the cleaning of the school, maybe on Saturday, Sunday. Because we observe that most times people do not go to school because they are afraid of cleaning. They say, the place is bushy. When we go to school, they will not
They're
teach.
afraid of
They will not
snakes.
teach. So we organize the community members. We make sure that we encourage the school leaders to conduct their exams at the tail end of the term, not
cool.
at the start or not in the
Right.
middle.
So you are staying in the school right to the end.
So that was for like the in-school. But the in-school safe is, we develop what we call the safety in fives, wherein we train the teachers, the SQs to encourage the school leaders to understand that children are free to talk when they feel unsafe.
Yeah.
They have to talk, they have 5 people that they can relate with, those kind of things.
Great.
And the third one was in school safe and learning. We developed what we call the top 10 strategies for teaching and learning. Where in teaching and learning. So the top 10 strategies basically looked at knowing your child, make sure that you understand the children, the way they behave, what happened. We develop what we call, we develop schedules. For instance, when you come in the morning, we encourage the school leaders to be calling the names of the children. Alpha, good morning. Mohammed. So knowing them is very important, because I use that one to succeed even in the class in Putloko. Knowing my principals by name. It's the Didi that is calling me. He knows me. I have their numbers.
Then you will not misbehave if you know that you are known.
When they know that you know them, they are very much supportive. They are happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I call them, I check on them. How is the school? How is this? So they are surprised. This is the Didi calling me. Didi, no, I'll do it. Trust me. These are the things.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, we have a lot of other stuff that we put in place. And when the minister saw it, no.
This one
Alpha,
is
you are big
talented.
for this district. Alpha, I'm going to take you to Freetown. I thought it was a joke. So they went to Freetown, he discussed with the chief education officer, and the chief education officer was a very positive man. He said, no. He said, let me call him. So he called, he interviewed me. He said, no. I said, I'm convinced you are going to come to Freetown. That's how I become the director. And so I feel satisfied,
story.
I feel fulfilled, and I'm happy, to be in this position, and I hope and pray that I will not let Sierra Leoneans down.
Beautiful,
Yes.
Alpha. Thank you so much. That's a very beautiful story, inspiring actually.
Yeah.
Let me ask you just one question before we have dinner. What is your dream Sierra Leonean education like? If all conditions were possible, what do you want to see Sierra Leonean education like?
Sierra Leone education to be competing with education system in the first world. Sierra Leone was considered as the Athens of West Africa, and that's my wish. I really want to see that happen, because we can be able to do that. When I went, I did my second master's in Iran, and Tehran, Iran, yes. Yes, and one of the professor was my lecturer. He was, I think, one time Minister of Foreign Affairs, Professor Javad Zarif. He always tell me about Sierra Leoneans that you guys are smart. I used to work in the UN and I have high regards for Sierra Leoneans. You guys can do it. So I believe we can do it if we focus on doing what is right. So that's my dream, to see Sierra Leone being referred to as the Athens of West Africa once again.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. And I want to thank you, Director Alpha. I want to thank you very much for being here with us to share dinner and to having an interview with us too. This one actually is for you,
No
for your
problem.
post
It's
on
my
LinkedIn.
pleasure.
That's beautiful.
My pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lino.